I don't know if you have been paying attention to like nerdy stuff lately, but the Halo TV show is coming out pretty soon. I am really looking forward to that. I mean, I've been waiting on a Halo
No.
TV show for a while. What's up?
All right, so I hear you fine on there,
Yeah.
and just the fact that they're having a Halo TV show
Okay.
um, lets me know that we just crossed some sort of boundary between games and entertainment. Because I watched a couple episodes of Red versus Blue like in the past,
Yeah.
but an actual TV show, it's like what?
Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? Like not some not like some web stuff, not some just like guys with like, who just like rip the models from the game and some stuff like that. They're actually like, oh, like professionally done.
Yeah, are they actually doing like a Master Chief story, or are we
Yeah,
talking about?
it's an actual Master Chief story. So yeah, they're not just doing some guy on like some random ship because that would be easier for them to do. I feel like
I
that's like
think
an easy cop out. They were just like, yeah, we'll just do like some like OTS, like I think it was OTSD or what I forgot what those guys, those dropper troops.
all yeah, ODST or something like that.
Yeah, I forgot
Yeah,
what it was, but that game. And then I was like, oh, just do some dropper troops. Like, oh yeah, just do some guy who just happened to be
yeah,
there. And you'll see Master Chief like once a
yeah,
season. You know?
yeah.
Yeah.
It's so much fun. It's like is he going to be a definite part of the plot? Maybe we'll find out.
We'll find
And
out
then
next time. Yeah.
does this ODST trooper has any effect on this Halo flying? We'll find out.
Yeah, we'll find out. You know that one guy who got shot when you like started at like level 5? That's this guy. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, that was kind of interesting reference. I was like, no,
Yeah.
I'm mad at you.
Were we asking for? We were wondering, like, I wonder if that person got shot at the very beginning of the season. Right now, the
No.
things that we were not, things we
Yeah.
were not asking. But for a Halo TV shows, that's intriguing. I'm curious. So. Are we like finished with production? Do we know like
I think it's
is
coming
it?
out fairly soon. I think it's like in March. Let me look that up real quick. But I think it's like really soon. Like I didn't even know they were making it. Like they kept saying they're gonna make a Halo TV show
Yeah,
for like
they told us
years, like
that.
Halo movie, Halo TV show. All right, his first episode comes out March 28th.
What this year?
Yeah, this year. Like I kept
Wow,
hearing them
that's
say like, "Oh, they're making a Halo movie, then it gets canceled. They make a Halo T-shirt, then it gets canceled." It's like all these things that I was like, "Oh, I just gave up all hope." I just abandon all hope. Ye who enters here, and then like, and I was like, whatever. I just every time somebody said that to me, I just like ignored it because I was like, yeah, sure, whatever. And then this time around, it's actually happening. So I'm like, oh, well, it actually is that this time's actually happening. I was like, oh, I could actually like get excited for this. It's happening really soon.
Hmm.
So pretty excited about that.
No.
The trailer is actually pretty cool too. So it's like
Really? Hold on. So that okay? Well, I guess I gotta
yeah,
go look at
trailers. I
that.
mean, yeah, the trailer is out now. Like
I would. So I want to say it's fair to say that the marketing wasn't that great because
yeah, because I didn't know about it. You didn't know about it. Like yeah,
we say that the marketing campaign wasn't great,
yeah.
especially for like a couple of guys that grew up playing Halo.
Yeah, Halo fans and didn't know this was coming
Yeah,
out until like a month out.
yeah.
I was like, yeah, marketing. I'm like, I mean, I don't know who the marketing person is, but I'll be like, hey, man, do better. It's
It's a
just
perfect,
hand
it's
on
a
shoulder,
perfect trailer.
huh?
I would have lost my mind if I was like some sort of executive producer that spent like millions of dollars on on a trailer that no one has ever seen. You
Yeah,
know,
I'd be mad as hell. I'm like, bro, you know what? How what money we put towards this? They're like, man, it's like we just
yeah,
can't. They're
I,
like, they'll
I
just
would
blame it
have.
on something else. Like that's what I'll do. I was the marketing team. I'm like, COVID, bro.
Yo, you know what's gonna suck? I'm not even gonna watch the trailer because I know the movie's coming out. I just wait for the movie to come out.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, what's the point?
Like, what's the point now? Like, get me excited. I was like, I'm already excited. You got me sold. So it was like Halo. All right. Remember when they were gonna make? Remember when they were gonna make a Halo movie like way back in the day?
They did. Did they make? They make like a. It was some sort of like.
Well, they made like a mini series kind of animated thing. They did that.
Yeah, I saw that. I mean, it wasn't good enough for me to remember, but I definitely remember.
Yeah. That definitely happened. No, I'm talking about like full length in the theaters kind of movie. They were going to make it, and then I don't remember why, but Bungie pulled out, and Peter Jackson and some director were like left holding the bag, so they had all this funding and stuff like that, but they didn't have a property anymore, no script. They were like, whatever, we got all this money, we could just make a movie, and they just made District 9 because of that. Like,
oh, is that what happened? I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's how District 9 was created. They were just like, they had all this funding, and they were going to make the Halo movie. And then for some reason or another, Bungie pulled out. I don't know, business stuff. I don't really know what happened. Like, maybe, I don't know. Probably, I don't know if there was some corporate shill kind of stuff. Someone was being like a dickhead or whatever. But then
I think the Bungie didn't have a script.
They probably didn't have a very good script. That's probably what happened. That seems far more likely. It's like the script probably was garbage.
Yeah, script was probably missing. I could get honestly, one day we had to perhaps bring my sons in here and bring them on this because they've played the recent. Well, they played all the campaigns, so they know the story pretty well.
Oh, the newest one.
Yeah, and I don't know. Is it a mixed bag when it comes to the story of Halo? Like,
it's never like the strongest suit. It's not the strongest storyline. It's just like.
Right, but they love the world, right? So I can imagine trying to adapt. Right, I can imagine trying to adapt a world-ending game into a 2-hour movie.
Yeah. Well, it's a TV show.
Right. I think that's better. As a TV show, you got way more time to get connected. Like I played a game, and my connection with Master Chief is really more about my sugar.
If you think about the storyline of the first one, that wasn't like the storyline was super deep. What happened? You were on a ship. You get like shot out of the sky onto the ring. You just find the ring. You land on the ring. You fight Covenant. You fight the Flood. They're like, hey, they're gonna destroy the entire universe. You blow up the ring. That's the storyline. That was it. I feel like you could get that in one movie. It wasn't like huge revelations.
Yeah. Well, okay, I got you. That's okay. The game itself was your typical world-ending stakes, and mainly does the self-sacrifice to save everyone. Right. So, and they probably didn't want to go that way because I felt like that's probably what they. I feel like that was the script. I feel like he got that script. And like, man, we've seen this a billion times. Like, when Halo came out 20 years ago,
right?
I think it was solid, but I seen that. That's an episode of Voltron. That's like a single episode. The world ending and the self-sacrifice is like a plot point now. So they probably like this.
Yeah, you're not wrong. you're not wrong. I can't really.
Yeah, I was really about to dump some $300 million into this budget just to give the people something they've already seen. He probably just needed something deeper.
Hey, I was like, if we really want to make our money back, we might as well get a cool $500 million. Like, let's not $300 million. We got to make these graphics look really good. So
the funny thing about it, even with all that money, you can't you can't just buy a great script. You
Mm-hmm.
know, it's like, they can have all the money in the world, and if the story is lacking, it doesn't matter. We see all these movies with great budgets, but it's like, what's the point if like I'm seeing the same regurgitated, never, regurgitated ending plot.
Right.
So I I could imagine people budget being scared and don't want the game to get tarnished because they definitely had a rough time after Halo 5. I mean, that was just not a beloved game amongst the
Yeah,
fans. So
yeah, I didn't play that one, and I know in preparation for the newest one coming out, I was like, let me just catch up with the storyline, as if there was like a whole lot to like happen. But I feel like a lot of stuff happened compared to the other ones. I feel like a lot of stuff happened in Halo 5, where they're like, oh, Cortana's evil and she's crazy and stuff like that. Figure out what's going
right,
on with
right,
that. And I
right.
never played
It
it,
makes
so
sense.
I don't know. I was like, oh, I'll just like look at some trailers and have someone recap it for me. And I was
Right,
like, yeah, she's definitely like, she's definitely batshit crazy. So I was like, all right. Well, I never made it to the end
right,
though, so I don't know all the
right.
little details. They're like,
Well,
oh, we're the
that's what.
forerunners and stuff like that, and all kind of crazy stuff. So I was like, all right. Well, I never, once again, I didn't get that far, so I don't know all the little details. But I think before I play the next one, I will figure out all those little things, because I'm behind. I haven't played the newest one, so I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't know.
Um. Yeah, but I don't think the new Halo would like well, hold on. Let me back up and say first that I do not believe that it's your fault that you didn't play the last Halo
Mm,
because for one, if I'm not mistaken, they had it set up where they got rid of the split screen, so they really created these hard barriers that prevented people from playing with each other.
right.
So no one got excited to play it. I mean,
Yeah, like
what have
I
you?
got really. I mean, when I was in college, like local split screen was like a big deal, and then like
Yeah,
like local multiplayer and stuff like that. And then games just kind of went away from that. They're like, I guess they figured they're like people don't want to play that anymore. I don't know. Maybe I'm old.
yeah,
Yeah.
but I think they prevented people from playing with each other even in their own household,
Right.
and that's what happened. It's like because it's not as if people didn't have the game. A lot of people had it, but only the people that paid for it, not the people that didn't. So you couldn't play with someone else that didn't have the game as a guest unless you like had your own Xbox in a separate room. And, like it
Mm,
was just a whole lot just to play with someone else with the game. So
right.
the only people that really play the game, and I would venture to say it was not by design, but they created their own barriers without knowing that new people would not play the game.
Right.
And if you was a gamer on the previous gen system, by the way, playing Halo 4, and then the new gen system playing out, and you can choose between Halo playing 5 on a old gen or the new gen, you're not gonna get the new gen because no one else gonna play with you.
Right.
So it's just such it was like a bizarre situation. Which I mean, because of it, I haven't played Halo since what was it, Halo 4 or Halo Reach? Oh,
Yeah, I think
whichever one.
Reach was the last one I played. And then
Yeah,
like I
so
don't know, I think because I don't know, I think we got really into Gears at one point in time. So I don't know, I think we just like uh,
well, Gears made sure you're playing with your friends.
yeah,
They
so
made sure.
yeah,
I mean, come on.
so I think because we got
I
so into
people to play.
Gears, we just fell off of Halo.
Yeah,
So I think that's like it didn't help. That didn't help them.
right, right. And
So
I mean, and then at that point,
yeah.
kind of Call of Duty really stepped in.
Yeah, exactly. Call of Duty came
Um,
up and started slapping people in the face. They're like, "Hey, don't you love this?" And I'm
yeah,
like, "Yeah, I guess so." And then like,
right. So now we hear 2022, some 12. Call of Duty installations later, and I think people are getting bored with it. And Halo 5, and the new, not Halo 5, but the new Halo uh, finally has a time to really redeem itself.
Yeah, and I
And I
think
haven't even played it.
that's yeah, I think that's a big deal too. Like it's like, I mean, I don't know, maybe I'm like, being an old fogey about this sort of thing. It's like, I don't want to see a game. I want to see my favorite franchise, and even if I like it, I want to see this game every year. Like, but I guess I'm in the minority.
Oh,
Activision,
Call
Blizzard
of
was like,
Duty.
nah, bro, I'm gonna do this. Like, I'm gonna just rake this game for everything it's worth. Every single year, I'm coming out with a new game, and I was like, all right, bro, like somebody's playing that, not me. I mean, somebody's doing it, but I'm not that
Yeah,
guy. I'm not
yeah,
that guy.
that's true. I don't like it. There was a fun factor in perfecting a game. I remember having a game and don't mind clocking out 30 plus hours, 30 plus hours a week on a game, because I knew that like 6 months down the line, I'm gonna be a pro at it.
Right.
And so I didn't have to worry about another game coming out, and I felt like my work was fruitful. But if you got a game coming out every year, it starts watering down the type of stuff you can really, how good you can get, because it seems like you can't put enough effort in it because you got to put more money into buying a new game, and the mechanics will be totally different. Granted, I never played COD, so I'm sure the mechanics probably were pretty much the same. It was pretty much just a way of milking the same mechanics.
Yeah, it's like
I would,
like
um,
put one little mechanic difference in there, reskin the game, put that thing back out,
yeah,
and it's like
I think that's pretty much what actually happened with COD.
yeah. So I that.
It's not,
I mean, I don't know. I didn't play a whole lot of that.
oh, Deshaun,
Yeah.
so the network dropped. You were streaming. Now it says there was a network error.
Oh, okay. That's
Um,
so no longer on Twitch.
A high school, one does not attend and start exploring the place.
Says this is a network error, huh? I don't know what that
yeah.
means.